There's so many things I love about the gaming community. There's some communities out there that are just absolutely great to be a part of. The people, the atmosphere, the culture, even the game itself. Like, there's so many things I love about the gaming community. But there's one thing I love the most is when a community refuses to let a game die, just completely supports it, keeps on supporting it, whether it will be through unofficial update patches or even go as far as to create and maintain their own private server to continue to play the game, to continue to let others play the game. And that is essentially what's going on with Fantasy Star Online. With 16 years later, yeah, that's right, 16 years later, and fans of the game refuse to let it die and refuse to give up on the game even after the developers just completely gave up on it. The fans of the game, the people that bought the game, spent hours and hours and hours grinding and grinding and grinding. They refuse to let the game die. And this is one of the things I love about the gaming community. It's just the passion that these people have for their games, for their characters that they just completely love. And the fact that 16 years later, the newer generation, the people who probably don't know Fantasy Star Online, will get a will get a chance to enjoy this game because of the fan base. The fans refuse to let it die. And honestly, it's just beautiful. I mean, we live in the real world. I understand that developers, they have to shut down their servers sooner or later, because of cost effective, whatever. They're focusing on other games. They need the space, they need the servers. There's so many different reasons, but still, it's just sad when you see your games just completely shut down and just be discarded by the developers. And there's so many games out there that actually had this happen. I remember for the PS3, SOCOM Online, a game I actually bought for the PS3. It was an online only SOCOM game, and it was great. It was awesome. Like, I played it more than Call of Duty sometimes, and eventually, the service got shut down, and the game was pretty much useless because it was an online only game. A game that I paid $20 for just pretty much became you know, a paperweight. Um, I actually returned the game to GameStop, and I got some store credit, and I bought another game. But stuff like this happens. Look at the Nintendo Wii as well as the Wii U. There's pretty much no online activity whatsoever. Nintendo shut down their servers to make room for actually on the Switch. And fans of the Wii, fans of certain Wii online games have made private servers to keep the fandom alive. And you can actually play some of your multiplayer Wii games on these private servers by way of actually, well, you have to have a modified Wii for this, but modified the disk, modified the actual game itself to basically input the IP address of the private servers. But fans just refuse to let video games die. I mean, Fantasy Star Online is just an awesome game. I actually had a privilege of actually playing it like a year ago or something like that. It was a little over a year ago. And the people there are just so great. I was playing on the Ultima server. It's a private server that's been around since like 2006. There's other private servers, which I'll probably have a link on the description of my two favorite servers you guys could actually enjoy. But this is what I love to see about the gaming community. Not about the rants of the console wars, the PC master race, just gamers coming together for the single purpose of enjoying games. Like, leave the BS aside, leave the ranting aside, leave the trolls aside, and just get together and keep these games alive for the old generation, the new generation, and keep it for people that who want to play games, who wants to create games for whatever reason. They have a chance to learn from these games. I mean, there's so many developers that were influenced by Fantasy Star Online. So just imagine what would happen if Fantasy Star Online didn't have the fan base that it had, didn't have the support that it had. Maybe some of these developers wouldn't have created these legendary games or these legendary franchises because of the fact that Fantasy Star Online just didn't have the support and just fans just don't care. There's so many things I could say positive about the community of Fantasy Star Online, and I'm pretty sure one of the questions is, which I'll answer it right now, is how many people are actually playing this game. Um, the servers I saw, it was well over a few hundred people. Maybe the lowest I saw was 100 people, and it goes up to maybe 1,000 players. So there is still a fan base, and it's just awesome. So what do you guys think? Do you guys actually think that, developers should hold on to certain franchises? Do you think that um, you know, private servers are great? Do they keep the game alive, or is it just a nuisance? Comment below, guys. Let's enjoy the fact that there are people out there that really do support these games and allow us to play even if it's on private servers. So once again, guys, just have an awesome day and enjoy your games for as long as they are.